Within the Apocryphon of James, in chapter 6, verses 1 through 15, in the Nag Hammadi library, it is written, "The Lord answered and said, Verily, I say unto you, none will be saved unless they believe in my cross. But those who have believed in my cross, theirs is the kingdom of God. Therefore, become seekers for death, like the dead who seek for life. For that which they seek is revealed to them. And what is there to trouble them? As for you, when you examine death, it will teach you election. Verily, I say unto you, none of those who fear death will be saved. For the kingdom belongs to those who put themselves to death." I believe sincerely, based upon my own gnosis, through my own journey, through my own path of separation, separating my own wheat from the chaff, from my own ascension, I believe that anything physical of this genetic vehicle, of this flesh puppet, is not of life. Anything physical is not alive. Spirit, your spirit is life. The Atman, your Atman, your true eternal self is life. Your eternal energetic soul, electromagnetic soul signature is life within the spirit of infinity. Anyone who is not in touch with the spirit, with your Atman, the soul, the true self, is dead. And this, in my estimation, is worse than physical death. This is the second death, the spiritual death. And the people of Jesus' time, of Yeshua, his Hebrew name, the people of Yeshua's time, the religious people, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, these people were much, much, much more religious than people of today. But Yeshua considered these organized religious people, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, the people around him, the organized religious people of his time, as dead. But people today are much more materialistic, much more of the flesh. The situation is much worse today with the imprisonment of the digital matrix, people caught up in the virtual reality, irreality. But see, this is my estimation. This is my type of judgment. And I believe the terms good and evil, they serve to justify our judgments and condemn, but they never understand another person. When we label another person, another situation with these terms, good and evil, they serve to justify and condemn, but never do they understand. Each defect has many shades, secret depth, and profundities. To understand a defect at an intellectual level does not mean to have understood it in the distinct subconscious, unconscious, infraconscious, superconscious areas of the mind. To look at the defect of another person, to see good, see evil through the ego mind, to judge that, to weigh that, to discern that through your ego mind, is incomplete. It is not accurate. Any defect can disappear from the intellectual level and continue in the other areas of the mind. Your ego, your narcissistic ego, could have a very real problem with a situation that occurred in your youth. Perhaps you were beat up and your candy was stolen on your way to school. That anger has stayed with you for the remainder of your life. That anger disguises itself with the toga of the judge. You become a judge. You don't ever stick up for yourself in that way of making those other kids not take your candy, but that anger stays with you. And you become a judge and take that anger out on society. Many covet, not being covetous. Many desire under the pretense of being non-desirous. There are those who do not covet money, but they covet psychic powers, virtues, love, happiness, here or after death. If you don't get your riches in this world, then you're planning on it in the next world, in heaven. You're going to live it up in heaven. Woohoo! Not knowing that heaven is here with you right now in your own power and control to take the key and enter in to the kingdom of heaven. You must put your right hand on your heart and leave it there for the remainder of this video session. I want you to think about yourself. Think about yourself in terms of good and evil. Think of those things that you do not like about yourself. Make a list. Write this list down. Do it with your left hand, but keep your right hand on your heart. Make a list of things that are good or evil, but let's focus on the bad things, the evil things. And after you compile this list with your hand on your heart, I want you to say to yourself, if I truly accepted and loved myself, how would I feel about this particular negative trait that you have identified on your list? Now breathe. Take a deep breath, a quantum breath. Breathe in 4 seconds through the nostrils where the natural hair follicles reside, your filtration system. Take a breath, 4 seconds in through your nose, 6 seconds out on the out breath, 2 seconds longer than your in breath. Do that several times, and thus you will enter into eternity. You have activated your vagus nerve, your God mind. Breathe. Notice. Go through the whole list this way with your hand over your heart. And after you do that with yourself, think about other people in your life. Make a list of these other people, but go through and look at these other people, good and evil. Breathing with your hand over your heart. Do it with undesired realities in your reality, situations that are not to your best interest. You want to change your life. Make a list of things that you want to change, that you want to see manifested in your life, miracles that you want to happen. But take your hand, have it over your heart, breathe, enter into your God mind, activate your new avatar God force power. And look at these undesired realities with that energy of the heart that you have not fully accepted, that you want to change. Want what you have, and then you can have what you want. Be grateful. Find something to be grateful. Activate that heart energy. Notice the way these activities make you feel. Going through with your heart energy activated. Looking at good and evil. Good things, bad things. Desirous things, undesirous things. Notice what this energy can do to your life and transformation. Appreciate gratitude, compassion for those things that you truly are appreciative of. Because you will understand, you will come to realize this profound power that you have through appreciation, through gratitude, through compassion. That appreciation is the sword of the wizard, and it transforms everything. No darkness can prevail in the light of appreciation, of compassion, of love. Anything less than love is not reality. No darkness can prevail in the light of appreciation. Although these may seem like different activities, looking at yourself, other people, situations, your life, they all come down to one single thing. Are you following the path of the heart, which is the path of true power? Or are you following the path of force, through your ego mind, which is the path towards failure? Are you involved with something that represents your highest interest, your highest self, your quantum God force self? Or are you wasting time fighting something that you don't want through that negative energy of the ego, the narcissistic ego? Put your hand over your heart. Embrace the heart energy of compassion, gratitude, and appreciation, and step into the power, the wizardly power of appreciation, as appreciation is the sword of the wizard, and it transforms everything. Please hit the subscribe button and leave this video a thumbs up, as it indicates to the algorithm that you appreciate the time you have spent today with the Unbalanced New Earth Ashram in appreciation. Namaste. Namaskaram.